We are the Institute for Intuitive Intelligence, revolutionizing intuition by training spiritually fierce women globally as qualified intuitive guides. Subscribe for the leading research and teachings on the conversation of intuition development.
Hello, beautiful ones. I'm just going to give Facebook a chance to catch up with me, and then I'm going to begin. It's another new face here on the Institute's page. My name is Brooke Hunt. I'm a financial intuitive. You've possibly seen quite a few of my glorious sisters showing up on the Institute page the last couple of weeks, and I am doing the same. I am one of the postgraduate students with the Institute at the moment. We are a third of the way through our studies, and we've been coming to you live over the last couple of weeks to share with you our origin story, and I am coming to do the same today. So if anyone doesn't know who I am, as I said, my name is Brooke Hunt. I am a financial intuitive, and I'm coming here today to tell you how I began my journey as a financial intuitive. So if you are here, please say hello. If you are catching the replay, give me a hashtag replay or hashtag catch up, so I know that you've been here and caught this story. And I will, yes, put a couple of links in so you can come and check out anything further that you'd like to, if you like to hear about my story. So I'm going to jump on in because I know time is precious. It's a Friday afternoon where I am. I'm not sure what it's like where you are. But I'm going to jump in and tell you all about my origin story. I began to walk this path as a financial intuitive. Give me 2 seconds. I'll have a quick drink of water. So I'm not sure about you, but normally I'm pretty good at comprehending what people tell me. But there was one time in my life where I was spoken words that I did not comprehend. And I want to tell you about that because it was when I was 35 and I was sitting in the doctor's surgery, and I had popped in for a routine follow-up, also I thought. And as I was sitting in the doctor's surgery, the doctor said to me, Brooke, your biopsy results have come back and it's a carcinoid tumour. And I did not understand those words. So much so, my response to her was, tumour? What, do you mean like cancer? I couldn't connect the two. It didn't make sense. These weren't the words that she was meant to say to me. They weren't my words. I had been for a colonoscopy 2 weeks ago, and it was again just what I thought was a routine checkup, that just to rule out anything. I had popped in for my follow-up, as I said, not thinking that I was there for anything more than just tick the box, there you go. In fact, I was on the way out for lunch with my mum. I literally just popped in to see the doctors, and I was not expecting the news that she had told me. I couldn't comprehend that I could possibly have a carcinoid tumour. And I remember walking out of that doctor's surgery, and my hands were full of bits of paper. I had referrals to specialists in Perth. I had forms for MRIs and for blood tests. And I walked out of there as though my mind had left me. I walked out in a dream, as though my mind had run off to try and understand what we had been told. And I walked out just as in a dream. And I remember walking back into my house, still not understanding what was going on. And I did the only thing I could think about doing, which was to see if the internet could give me some answers, because I was struggling to comprehend it. And I went to a glorious Dr. Google to see what I could find about carcinoid tumours. What I found about carcinoid tumours was that normally when you have symptoms that take you for a colonoscopy, the carcinoid tumour is normally so large that it has moved to different parts of your body, and there's not a lot that can be done about it. In fact, there's normally a maximum 5 years. You're given maximum 5 years to live. And my baby girl had just turned 2, and my eldest was 6. When I read that, and I read it in numerous places, I came to the realization that I might not grow up to see my children grow old. And I realized that they might grow up without a mother. That thought, that realization brought the words that the doctor had told me crushing down. That was about the only thing that could bring that back into reality for me. So as I lay there that night thinking about my children, all I could think about was, how could I possibly leave them? How could I not see my children grow up? How could they grow up without a mother? And then I realized not only might they grow up without a mother, but they would grow up without a memory of one either. Because I was so young, they possibly wouldn't even remember who I was. And more than that, if they did remember, it would be the last year or two of my life, which was not the memories that I wanted for them to have. So I lay there in bed wondering, what could I do? How could I get my children to remember me? I thought what I'll do is I'll write them letters. I'll make videos. I will tell them stories and memories, and I will give them the information that I wouldn't be around to give them. I would tell them how much I loved them and how each one of them changed my life forever. And if I could have stayed, I would have. And I'd also tell them about me and about my life and about what I loved, so they would know who their mother was. I thought, what else do I want to tell my children? I thought, well, the most important thing I want to tell them is I want them to live their best life. I don't want them to live a life where they are grieving for their mother and feel like they've got to be sad all the time because they don't have their mother. I want them to live their best life. I want them to follow their heart. I want them to follow their dreams. I want them to do whatever they want to do. Know that they can do anything they want to do, that there is no limits to them, that the sky is the limit. They can follow their heart. I want them to tell them that the world is theirs for whatever they want to do, and the world needs them to shine their light, to bring their light into the world, to do what they love. That is what I wanted my children to know. And as I lay there writing this letter in my head to them, my heart broke a little bit more when I realized everything I wanted for my children, everything I had just said, that I wanted them to follow their hearts and to do what they loved, everything I wished for them, I actually couldn't honestly tell them that I'd done that for myself. I couldn't tell them I was living my best life. I was living a beautiful life with 3 beautiful children, married to a lovely man in a beautiful house. I had a successful business. But as I lay there in that bed, I realized that I had been living life within the parameters society had given me. It actually wasn't my life. It was as though I had gone through life and I ticked all the boxes I was meant to because that's what society had told me to. But it wasn't what I wanted. My beautiful house had a beautiful mortgage with it. And my successful business had me working all weekend. I would get up at 5 a.m. in the morning and I'd work till midnight so I could fit my business around my children. I was working constantly. We were stressed. We were always working and living from week to week. It was not the life I wanted my children to live. I could not tell my children I was following my heart because I absolutely wasn't. As I lay there in bed, I decided that no matter what happened, something had to change. I could no longer keep living this life that felt like it was someone else's now. It didn't feel like it was mine. It felt like it had fallen off the back of the truck. It was a list that I'd been given when I was younger of what life should look like, and I had followed that list to a T. I had done everything society had told me that I should do, and I was absolutely miserable. I was absolutely miserable. So I lay there deciding that that was it. No matter what happened, life had to change. Something had to change. And that was 6 years ago. What I discovered when I saw the specialist up in Perth was that my carcinoid tumour was only a few mils big, and they were able to remove it in its entirety during that biopsy. And even though I had to have MRIs to make sure there were no other tumours in my body, I had to have blood tests again to make sure my blood cell and count was all fine. And I had to have colonoscopy after colonoscopy, more than I could tell you. I had to have them at a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6, 12, 24 months, 36 months. And in fact, there's possibly no coincidence that my most recent one was last Friday. Which I am very happy to say I got all clear for, and now do not have to have colonoscopies until every 5 years. But they will be something that is part of my life forever. And you know what? I am actually extremely grateful for that. I am extremely grateful for my carcinoid tumour. My carcinoid tumour was like a do-over. It gave me this new look at life. I got to witness life completely differently. And I got to for the very first time, see life as something that I'm able to make it. I don't have to fit within anyone's parameters. So the coming years after my diagnosis, I changed life considerably. I sold my bookkeeping business. I extracted myself from my family business that I was also part of. And for something that was quite foreign to me, I actually asked my heart, what is next? And for the first time in my entire life, I actually listened. And I have been on the most incredible journey ever since, following my heart, following my heart's guidance. It has brought me to meet the most incredible people and to take the most incredible journey. It has brought me to this point in my life where I'm fair to say it's my job, but I don't even like calling it a job because it is such a joy. I now do something that I absolutely love. I get to guide women to unearth their own financial power. I get to show women how they get to do what they love and earn money for it. My job shouldn't be called a job because it's an absolute joy. But the most amazing part of it now is I am now living my life following my heart. I know without a shadow of a doubt, if something happens to me today, I would be extremely proud of the mother that I've been and the example that I've left for my children. I would no longer want to hide. I would no longer want to not tell them about and what I do, because I am extremely proud of it all. And so it was such a blessing, that carcinoid tumour. It absolutely changed my life and changed where I am and brought me here today. So I want to leave you with some words which I hope that you can also comprehend. And I want to tell you that you get to do what you absolutely love and be financially rewarded for it. I want to tell you that you get to earn money easily, effortlessly, as much as you like, you get to. There is no limit to what is possible. You get to follow your heart and be abundantly rewarded. You get to have it all. You absolutely get to have it all. And it's my joy now that I get to lead women to understand that as well. I get to support my clients to see and know that they get to do what they love and be paid for it. It is the most beautiful journey that I have gone on, and I would not have gone on it without that carcinoid tumour. Before my carcinoid tumour, the life that I saw told me that I had to work extremely hard for my money, and I had to just do what I had to do to get by, and life wasn't easy. It wasn't meant to be easy. That was the paradigm I lived with before my tumour. Now, oh my goodness, now life is so very different. I know that is not the case. I know I get to earn easily, effortlessly. I get to do what I love that brings me joy, and I get to support my clients doing the same, and it is just phenomenal. I absolutely love everything I get to do, and I wouldn't have got to do it without that carcinoid tumour. No, I am extremely grateful for that. So if any of those words that I said to you didn't comprehend to you, if you don't comprehend that you get to do what you love and get paid for it, then reach out and let me know. As I say, that's my joy that I get to do now. That's the privilege of the work I get to do. And I'd love to support you as well. If you feel called to reach out and let me know. Thank you, beautiful ones, for hanging out with me, for listening to my origin story. My name is Brooke Hunt. I'm a financial intuitive, and as I said, I'm one of the postgraduate priestesses who are studying at the moment with the Institute, and it has just been an absolute privilege to hang out here with you. Thank you so very much. Have the most beautiful weekend. Have a glorious Christmas break and a beautiful New Year. See you then. Bye.